Some cars are built to take you from point A to point B, and others are built to make the journey unforgettable. Then there's this. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the Volkswagen Golf GTI. After years of being admired from afar, the Golf GTI has finally made its official debut in the Indian market. And by the time you are watching this video, the car has already been launched. Born in the 70s, worshipped in Europe and imported by Truly Obsessed, the Golf GTI is ready to shake up India's performance car scene. Compact, quick and cleverly understated, this is a machine built for those who want their daily drive to come with a heartbeat. But let's get real. With India's traffic, roads and pricing, can a legendary hot hatch like the GTI can actually make sense here? Or is it just the wishful thinking? This is our in-depth review of the India spec Volkswagen Golf GTI, and trust me, it's gonna be fun. So buckle up. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe. This is Harshit and you're watching Times of India Auto. Let's talk about design first. Volkswagen hasn't stayed far from GTA's classic formula, and that's a good thing. Volkswagen has taken an evolution over revolution approach, refining a silhouette that's instantly recognizable while adding just enough modern aggression. Up front, the GTI signature honeycomb grille is wider and lower, giving the nose a more planted, aerodynamic look. The red accent line across the grille continues seamlessly through the LED headlamps, a detail that's both heritage-inspired and futuristic. Look closer and you'll see 5 distinctive X-shaped LED fog lamps embedded within the lower grille, a new GTI hallmark that sets it apart from the regular Golf. The side profile is classic hot hatch, compact, squat and slightly muscular. Subtle creases along the beltline guide your eye from the sharp front end to the clean rear. It's the refined tension, no fake vents or no gimmicks. It also gets standard 18-inch dual-tone alloy wheels, which fills out the arches nicely with red calipers, making it look more sportier. At the back, the dual chrome tipped exhausts are clean and functional, no fake plastic here. A subtle gloss back diffuser and a more pronounced roof spoiler help manage airflow and keep things tidy. It also gets LED tail lamps which feature a unique light signature with a pulsing turn signal animation, adding personality when signaling. And yes, the GTI badge is still proudly rear mounted, now in the center. If you want a hot hatch that looks purposeful without screaming for attention, the GTI nails it. So what's the verdict on the GTI's design? It's not flashy, and that's exactly the point. Volkswagen isn't chasing trends. They're refining a design that's always been about balance. It's sharp without being aggressive, modern without being losing its heritage, and sporty without shouting about it. Step inside the Golf GTI and you're greeted by the space that blends sportiness with German precision. Volkswagen calls it a driver-focused cockpit, and they're not wrong at all. Every surface, screen and switch is angled towards the driver. So now let's talk about one of the most signature touches of the GTI, which is the seats. From the moment you open the door, they make a statement. The iconic plaid, or VW calls it scale paper, is still here. And it's more than just a nod to tradition. It's a design identity. The front seats offer excellent lateral support, especially in corners. You've got deep bolsters that hug you without being restrictive, and cushion length is spot on for both short and long drives. One detail that might surprise you is that even at this price point, the front seats are manually adjustable. In the center stack, you've got a 12.9-inch touchscreen infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It's fast, it's clean and it's very responsive. Plus, it also gets voice control and built-in navigation. The GTI also gets a 10.25-inch digital instrument cluster. It is crisp, customizable, and now also features performance widgets such as boost pressure, G-force and lap timers too. In terms of other features, it's got ambient lighting with 30 colors, so this really adds a very good vibe at night. Wireless charging, automatic climate control, 7-speaker sound system, a panoramic sunroof, level 2 ADAS features, electronic parking with auto hold, and the list goes on. That said, everything is not perfect. Let's talk about climate and volume controls. Volkswagen has went all in on touch sensitive sliders. Same goes for the steering wheel. The haptic feedback button look futuristic, but they can be too sensitive. A slight brush can trigger unintended commands, which gets frustrating on the move. Other than that, the cabin quality is mostly solid, but you'll notice harder plastics lower down on the door cards and the center tunnel. Not a big deal breaker, but not quite what you'd expect at this price point. So overall, the GTI's cabin nails the essentials. It feels sporty, focused and tech savvy. But between the finicky touch controls and a few cost-saving trims, there's room for refinement. So now let's hop onto the back seat and see how comfortable it is. So my height preference is 5'10", and the front seat has been adjusted for my driving preferences, and as you can see I have enough knee room and I have also got enough thigh support, and also head room is also pretty nice. Talking about the convenience features, it has got center armrest with 2 cup holders, and I can sit pretty comfortably here, no issues at all. It also has 2 AC vents at the back, and you also have a temperature unit control right here. So I can set my temperature, but I can't control the fan speed. Below there's 2 USB Type-C charging ports in case if you want to charge your phones here. It's pretty convenient. Well, I just showed you how the back seat experience of the Golf GTI is. It's pretty comfortable, it has a lot of space and 4 people can sit with no problem at all, which means you can still take this car on your long road trips, or if you want to come to the track and race with your family, you can still do that. But what about boot space? So to open the boot of the Golf GTI, it's just like how you used to open in your regular Polo. You have to flip this logo and the boot opens up. And as you can see, it has got 380 liters of boot space, which is a lot. And it has got ample boot space, which means you can store all your luggage. But if the 380 liters of boot space is not enough, you can further expand it. All I have to do right now is that I just have to press this button. The back seat go front, and right now I have over 1000 liters of boot space, which is a lot. Talking about the engine, this car gets a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine, which is TSI, pushing out 265 HP of power and 370 Nm of torque, paired with a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox. So Volkswagen claims that this car can sprint from 0 to 100 kph in 5.9 seconds and has a top speed of 250 kph. So usually here in India, we only get to test the 0 to 100 figures on public roads. And let's be honest, that's where most of the action ends. Top speed, it's just a number on paper. But not today. We are at Natrax in Indore, one of Asia's longest and fastest proving grounds, and here we are going to max this GTI out and see what it can really do. Like I mentioned before, this car has a claimed top speed of 250 kph per hour. Let's see how close can we get. ...267 kilometers per hour. You heard that right. We managed to hit 267, and that too in 6th gear. This car still had a gear left, and judging by how stable and composed it felt, the GTI's electronically limited top speed isn't just its true potential. With the limiter removed, I think this thing could very well push over beyond 270 and maybe even 280. For a front-wheel drive hatchback, that's incredible. What really blew me away wasn't just a number, it was how unbothered the GTI felt doing it. No vibrations, no front-end float, no twitchy steering. It felt like the car was made for this. Locked in, stable and confidence-inspiring. Well, that's everything that you had to know about the Volkswagen Golf GTI. The Volkswagen Golf GTI isn't just a car, it's a statement for sure. For enthusiasts in India who crave sharp dynamics, strong turbo performance and a true hot hatch experience, the GTI surely delivers in spades. It's also surprisingly very practical. It has 5 doors, a very usable big boot and a decent ride quality for Indian roads, making it suitable as a daily driver. The cabin feels premium with solid German build quality and enough features to keep most buyers happy. That said, the pricing is what put it firmly into the enthusiast territory. This isn't the most budget-friendly option right now, and servicing or sourcing parts might be not as accessible across the country. But for those who value driving pleasure over gimmicks, the Golf GTI stands tall as refined, mature hot hatch that doesn't compromise on thrill. So, talking about my final words on the car, if you are in India and if you're looking for a performance car that is fun, functional and full of character, the Golf GTI is the one you're looking for. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you have liked the video, please click on that like button. Also subscribe to our channel for more content like this. And if you have any queries regarding this car, please post your comments down in the comments below and I'll surely answer it.